What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Ballroom Youkoso, Season 1, Episode 11, titled Evaluation. Oh my god, last week, from a manga to anime adaptation standpoint, was the worst episode of the season. There was so many fucking problems between positioning, lack of sweating, content being skipped. Oh my god, it was just terrible. I hope this week this anime redeems itself. Please. Anyway, let's get to the actual live reaction. So after the opening song, where it starts off in the manga, if you're following along, is chapter 15, page 3. Okay. All right, I have a problem with this. So Tadara in the anime says weight on the right foot. That is incorrect. In the manga on page 4, it says weight on the right leg. And the reason why I'm taking a little bit of an issue with it is I've read this manga, so I kind of know what's going on here, what's going to happen. Is that there's Tadara gets a leg cramp. He doesn't get a fucking foot cramp. That's why it bothered me. Okay, so slide was there, but what it was supposed to be was slide with force and then sliding. So all we got was slide, okay? And also, there's something that I'm noticing here. There is, if you're looking at the manga, like I am, Tadara is fucking drenched in sweat. Or, like, there is way more sweat on his face than what is being shown in this anime, and that really annoys me. Okay, let's talk about when the leg, oh, okay, here we go. Here's the leg cramp. All right, here's what I wish would have happened. First of all, the look on Tadara's face was completely wrong. He's supposed to still have the smile on his face. The other thing I have a problem with, first of all, I liked how they did the negative contrast on the leg and like had that spotlight on the leg, but I wish they would have done the same kind of contrast for Tadara's face. And anime does this, like when they realize they're in pain. I wish the anime would have done that. That would have really made the scene better. Okay, so okay, that's here. Then the facial expression is right when he's grinding his teeth, but it's just when the leg cramp happened, he should have had still the smile on his face. And then when he said, "My legs are heavy," that's when he has the pain look on their face, on his face. Okay, so this is here. All right, so we have a little bit of, okay, so let me see if Mako's supposed to say anything. Like, I don't think she is. And if it's, yeah, she's not saying anything after, you know, the cramp happens and things are fucking up. And I do like what she's saying. I do like it. And they do show a glimpse of Tadara, like, sitting down with the towel and shit. So at least they do that, but his face is not drenched in sweat like it's supposed to be. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so then what they do here, let me just find the page, because this is not how the order in the manga. Let me just double check something here. You want to know what I mean by the sweating? It's at the 2-minute 48-second mark. If you look at the manga, this is back in chapter 14. He is just freaking drenched. Yeah, he's sweating a lot here, but he should be sweating a little bit more. That's my point. But I do like what Mako's saying here is, I'm going to read what she said because I really like it. You didn't have any time to think about pacing yourself, did you? And you know where that's from? That's from the content that was skipped last week. You know what? I'm okay with them putting some of this content here. In some ways, you know, it's working. But at the same time, I wish this was supposed to be in last week's episode, not this week's. But now we know where our missing content is. So credit for the flashback that the positioning is a little bit better. With Sengoku is supposed to crouch down, so looks like they're doing that, but I can't tell if Mako and Tadara are sitting on their knees. If they aren't, then I'm still gonna be annoyed. But anyway, so at about like the 3-minute 8-second mark, they jump to there's a scene change. They jump to page 10 of chapter 15, and I'm kind of mixed on how I feel about it. Like, all the dialogue is here. And then it goes back to Marisa's inner monologue that starts at the bottom of page 8 of chapter 15. And, like, part of me is kind of annoyed because we just had Tempe's opinion via inner monologue, and I wish we would have had Marisa's opinion via inner monologue, but right after, because that would have made sense. But the way that they're doing the scene change, I don't hate it too much, because we're getting the peanut gallery's opinion and then Marisa's opinion. So I don't hate it too much, but at the same time, I wish it was in the right order, because the flow would have been a little bit better. That's just my opinion, I guess, though. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you agree with me or not. Okay, I kind of understand more why they did the scene changes, because the transition into the flashback when Marisa says you fail as a coach, I kind of like that a little bit more. But we're getting stuff that isn't in the manga right now, and I gotta mention this, because this is going to bug the hell out of me if I didn't. So Sengoku says your foot cramped up? No! Stop with the foot shit! If you would have said your leg cramped up, that would have been a little bit, I would understand that a little bit more. Because what is getting cramped up in the competition right now? Tadara's leg, not his foot, his leg. So it doesn't make sense to say his foot's getting cramped when his leg is cramped in the Tempe Cup. It just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being too anal about this, but it just doesn't make sense. But I do like what Sengoku is saying, though, about dancing being a performing art, and that not even the slightest flaws will be allowed. Like, I like that portion of this flashback. I think it's really, really good. So this part of the flashback was skipped. Right form. The difference between your experience is too great. There's no way you'll catch up by the competition. That was completely skipped. I double checked. But yeah, I also double checked if the other stuff that Sengoku was saying to Tadara was in any of the chapters that we covered last week, and it was not. So this was definitely filler. So that we saw in the flashback. So I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't get to see the Mako with Tadara, but at the same time, I actually like especially like how it transitioned into the other flashback where Tadara's running. So I'm torn. Like, part of me is kind of mad, but the other part of me is like, okay, it works. The transition, I think, works just fine. It's just, I wish all of the, dialogue would have been there. But whatever. I guess I'm asking too much of this anime. Okay. So, this is another problem that's been happening in this anime, especially last week as well, is Haido's facial expressions are just, they are annoying me. Let me just pull up the mark on the episode and I'll tell you where it is. Okay, I'm gonna take this back. This was at the 5-minute 18-second mark, where Haido looked like a pissed off asshole, but at the 5-minute 20-second mark, he's smooth. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. I wanted the smile. That was not there at all last week, which should have been there. I hate that they're making Haido look like a pissed off asshole, but I'm glad they put the smile on his face this week. Thank you. You didn't need to do the close up of the smile. Like, I don't understand why they felt like it needs to be done. Maybe they watched my video and realized how pissed I was. But I'll take it. As long as Heido's smiling, I am happy. I want to say this. Like I already said, I love the soundtrack, but I really like this piano that's playing while in this particular scene. The piano is just so beautiful. I freaking love this soundtrack. And I love how the music is really setting the mood. It's just so good. And yes, I am a music nerd. I was a clarinet player for a good chunk of my life. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about with music. I love, and I gotta mention this too. I love how the transition with the piano, how the when the violins and the strings come in. Oh my God, it sounds so beautiful. Oh my God, I really love the instrumentals in this soundtrack. It's so good. I really like this inner monologue that Totoro has. It's just so perfect. It's not in this chapter, I could tell you that. It might be in a previous chapter that content was skipped, which I don't think it was. But I really, really like the placement of it. It's so good. And I like the flashing back to Sengoku demonstrating. Oh, this is really good. I want to talk about this extra content that's here. It's really, really good. Oh my God, it is so good. I just want to double check and make sure it's not in any other portion of the manga, or at least in the next chapter. Just hold on a second. I really like, I double checked even previous chapter. No, it's not there. I really like this extra content and extra dialogue that we're getting in this episode. It is so good and it fits so well. Like when Sengoku is talking about everyone claps to a good quick step because of the dancer's emotions. Wait a minute. I love Heido when he's like, I want to dance. I like that he moved. I like that. Because in the manga, what he does, and this is on page 21, like you see that he looks like he's gonna move, but he's like, I want to dance. You hear that, and then you see the smile, and you see him move in the anime, and I really, really like it. I like that. That was really good. And Heido doesn't look like a pissed off asshole this week. I'm so freaking happy. So we finished up chapter 15, and we're going into chapter 16. The rest of how chapter 15 was adapted was really, really nice. I really liked the filler that was in here. It fit perfectly with the flow. The scene change, I understand why the scene change was there. The only problems I had with it was I wish instead of the foot cramp they mentioned, you know, the leg cramp more. That would have just made more sense. And there was and Totoro just wasn't sweating enough. There just wasn't enough sweat. If you look in the, and I know it's a stupid thing to bitch about, but if you look in the manga, he is just dying. Like he's like sweating balls and shit. So that's why I'm kind of annoyed at that. But other than that, like this was a really good adaptation of chapter 15. So anyway, let's get into chapter 16. Oh my God, when they show like all their faces, like in that block or whatever, oh, it's like the manga. It was so good. There's at least a little bit more sweat, but there's not enough. It's not enough. And I guess we're skipping inner monologues, but I'm going to wait a second to see what's... Actually, you know what? It's not going to be there, probably. This is what was skipped. This is the first time I'm so tired after the finals. I can't believe it. My legs can't hold up. Like, that's what I don't understand. The animation is there. The scene is there, but just the inner monologues aren't. And that kind of annoys me. But if you look at the manga and you look at their faces, I think it's a little bit better when it comes to the sweating, but I know I'm being anal about this, but if they're dying, don't you think they should be drenched? Let me just look at that page one more time here. Yeah, there should be more streams of sweat coming off of Gaju. and of Tadara. They are just dying. I don't know why they are against putting sweat on drawing sweat, or animating sweat, but that's what it is. It's missing. Why isn't Tadara sitting? He's supposed to be sitting right now, and he's still standing. I don't understand this. I thought we were getting better at this anime. You're fucking up the positioning again. Oh, I guess we're not getting any narration? This is what was skipped. In the finals, instead of counting the number of checks, each judge ranks the pairs in an order from best to worst. With this evaluation method, the pair with the most first ranks wins. I don't understand why it was skipped, but whatever. Yay! We have towels! Oh my god! Because I thought this anime hated towels. I know it's a small thing to be happy about, but last week they did not show towels at all. And it really annoyed me. But yes, the towels are in the right spot. And Gaju does have his water ball, so we're good. Anime, thank you. I don't like how you didn't have Tadara sitting. I don't know why you're against Tadara sitting, but at least we got towels. I know, I'm fucking... Such a stupid thing to be happy about. God. And now I understand why the narration was skipped, because Sengoku's explaining it. So I guess you get a pass for skipping the narration. I love that Gaju said Chia! That was just so much better than what the manga had. So good job, writers. I love it when he goes Chia! I love it. That's so much better. Because in the manga, what he says is, there it came. So, phrasing. So yeah, I'm much happier with Chia more than there it came, because that's just phrasing. Yes, this is a phrasing channel. And before I forget, Evaluation, the title of this episode, is the same title as chapter 16 of the manga. Stop making me want to cry. Like, I feel so bad for him. You can't help it. But yes, this is one thing I do like in this manga, about this manga, is that you have that, it's not going to come easy for the main character. Like, he's not going to just win every time. That's what I appreciate about this series, for one thing. Tadara's gonna have to work harder. Sengoku is such a sweet guy. Like, the way he's comforting Tadara is, like, totally awesome. And I just feel, like, don't you just want to hug Tadara? Like, protect him? It's just, oh, Tadara! Like, you worked so hard. It's like, no. You got 7th place, though. Like, if you would have gotten... And I understand why he got 7th place, because of the leg cramping shit. But that's why I can't wait for this next arc to get animated. Oh my god. Yes, they won last place, but I gotta say about Tadara. Tadara is being the bigger man right here. And at the 13-minute 46-second mark, when he's shaking Gaju's hand. You gotta give Tadara props for that. Go, Mako, for telling Tadara not to give up. Tadara, don't give up. Don't. You can still be a competitive dancer. Don't give up. And he's not going to give up because there's still, like, a lot more chapters we have to cover in this manga. Yes, Mako is the ballroom queen! Yeah! Suck it! Yes, she is the ballroom queen. And, like, how can she not be after that beautiful animation that we got? Seriously. Especially when we saw her bloom. Oh my god, that was so fucking cool. Take that, Shizuku! You are not queen of the ball! I love seeing the glimpse of Sengoku dancing. And yes, we are going to see, if we get as far in the manga as I think we're going to. Yep, we're going to see Sengoku dance. And it's going to be beautiful. Oh my god, I can't wait to see Sengoku dance. Just seeing, like, this little glimpse right here is, oh, it's getting me all hyped up for this. Holy shit. So this part was skipped when Tempi said to Shizuku and Gaju, both of you, you've become wonderful dancers. If we were to name the MVP of this Tempi Cup, it would be Hanako-san, without a doubt. You were showing a terrifying amount of skill. And that's on page 30 of chapter 16. And also on page 31, sometimes enough to eat your leader. there's still much for you to learn. Right, I lost. This was all skipped. So now we're at the 17-minute, 50-second mark. We are at page 32 of chapter 16. Mako saying that the next event was skipped. I really love this inner monologue that's at the end. Or not just this inner monologue. This dialogue between Tadara and Sengoku. This is not in the manga. This is anime only. I love that Sengoku punched him in the stomach. And he said, "You fixed that slouch." Oh, I love this content. The rest of this episode was so good. I like the additional content we got. And this is what I'm talking about, Ballroom Youkoso. You didn't cover so much content in an episode. You covered the end of chapter 15 and all of chapter 16. And it was so freaking good. And I love the additional content you gave us. There was a couple of things in chapter 15 I didn't like. And yeah, there were some minor things that, some skipped dialogue, some positioning and shit. But for the most part, this was a really good episode. Did Ballroom Youkoso redeem itself? Damn straight Ballroom Youkoso redeemed itself this week. Thank God. I am really excited because I think it's this next arc where Marisa's going to start coaching Tadara. And hopefully we get to see Tadara's partner. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I think we're seeing her next episode. I'm so excited. She doesn't know she will be Tadara's partner, but she will. And I'm freaking excited for this. Oh my God. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like Ballroom Youkoso redeemed itself this week from a manga to anime adaptation standpoint like I did? I will say there were some parts where I thought it was better than the manga. I'm not gonna lie. Or do you think that it's going in a downward spiral? I'm leaning towards it's Ballroom Youkoso. You are redeeming yourself this week. I love it. I loved this episode. The soundtrack was good. I love seeing my boy Haido smile, and I really like seeing him trying to dance. I thought that was awesome. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion. There's a few ways you can do that. You can donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something on my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, follow my Twitch channel, friend me on PlayStation Network, all that in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!